Hey guys, for this video in Minecraft, I wanna explain how bad pride can be. I tell you, the deadly sin, pride is bad. Tell you, if you have pride, if you're a believer of Christ, confess it to Him immediately and ask God to humble your heart. Alright, let's get into this video. So, we know this deadly sin, pride. Any of you who don't know what pride is, it's a deadly sin that pretty much just makes you feel like you're just one. Like, it just makes you feel like nothing can really stop you. Even pride can make you think God can't stop you. And we know God is all powerful, all knowing, and pretty much no one can go against His will. God can humble a prideful person too. But some people think because they're all that, no one can stop them. Some people probably think that God can't stop them because their hearts are completely hardened and they pretty much just straight up, bros, a fully corrupted heart. So, first thing is, this is what pride does. First, it blinds you. Some of you might think he has a blindfold on, but as you open your spiritual eyes, or just think actually what we mean by it, you will see that what we're talking about, one, is awareness. And one thing that pride can do that hurts your awareness is it makes you only see yourself. Think of yourself, like think of you like you're walking like pretty much like on the street, for example, and pretty much and you see like people who are bleeding, blinded by pride. They are literally just ghosts. I'm telling you, if you are the one who is prideful, everybody on the street will just who are like herds or anybody will just peer as a ghost to your eyes. But soon as you remove the bandana, you will see that there is a person right there who is bleeding and they could use help, or you can wish hope for them if you can't help or if you're struggling. But still, that thing is, do not talk down on the person who's bleeding on the ground, because that exposes the hardened heart. And here's also another view about pride. Think of like, let's say you have like a vision, right? And you're just walking. You can only see your view. But when you look at the views of others or any other view, you will see that it's blurred out, keeping you from seeing what's around you. All you can see is your view. And that is another thing that pride does. Keeps you from seeing, and it lowens your awareness. It lowers awareness. It keeps you from seeing. I'm telling you, another thing pride does is make you walk into destructiveness. And I'm telling you, if you think that you are just doing right in every situation without even thinking twice for yourself, you just think straight up off the bat without even like pretty much, for example, like just went in ahead, do it in like a forceful way, or just straight up just without thinking the process. That can also be one of the signs. And another thing is, why also pride blinds you is, think of like supremacists or white supremacists, or it can be black supremacists. I tell you, any race, supremacists, like those things that because they're this race, they think they're like just superior to others. And here's one of the things why that is bad. Remember, if you're a believer in God, you might know this. God made all of us in his image. Every human race is equally in God's eyes and is loved the same in God's eyes. I'm telling you, no race is better than the other race. All races are completely equally in God's eyes. I'm telling you, just because you see black people being hard, I'm telling you, it's their character. It's not the skin color. It's character. And character tells you about who that person is. There are some soft-hearted black peoples, and there are some hearted black peoples. There are some hardened hearts whites, and there are some soft-hearted whites. There are some soft-hearted Asians. There are some hard-hearted Asians. Either way, any race can have a hardened heart, or any race can have a soft heart. It matters about character. And the reason why I say about the pretty much race thing is because some people just think that because they're this race, that they just think that they are better than this. Which one is showing contentment? I'm content. I think how you pronounce it, but it's like that hatred and like pretty much towards that race. And because you're this race, you just think you just all that. It's like that feeling of contemptuous in you, telling you that stuff is bad. I'm telling you, if anyone is a race supremacists, or they think because they're this race they just cannot be touched. Be aware. I'm telling you, if they show that stuff or that behavior, be aware. I'm telling you, if he ever talks down on you, I'm telling you, he exposing his own fruit or his behavior to his, like, pretty much because of his race, he cannot be touched. And here's another thing pride can do. Pride also pretty much just makes you like narcissistic. It also makes you like protect your ego. Like, here's one thing. Here's a for example. Like, picture like a person in the mirror, and they're just like pretty much showing a lot of like self love, charm, and like they're just like pretty much looking at themselves and showing a lot of vanity. And I'm telling you, like, and here's another thing. After you pretty much try to talk to them like what they done wrong, they'll be like, "Oh, what are you talking about? I didn't do anything wrong." Or you're probably just pretty much making up lies. And you will see that they are pretty much saying or just straight up manipulating that you are just pretty much seeing things, but you are literally seeing the full truth. And you know that you are not like lying, or you are not like pretty much deceiving. You see the complete truth. But also, another thing it also does, after pretty much you try to talk to them that they did this, they would just start looking down on you and start like blaming you. Say, "You see, if you wouldn't have like pretty much tried to talk to me, then maybe I wouldn't be in this situation I am." You see, they shift that blame on you, and just they just make you the problem. Instead of taking accountability, they shift it on you or just blame the other person. I tell you, once their like mirror gets cracked, I'm telling you, they are just sometimes an erupting volcano. They are just straight up also a person that just sits on top of the mountain and just looks down at the forest. And we know being on top of the mountain, the air is thinner and it's colder up there. So all they're doing is hurting themselves. The forest is greener and there's more oxygen and you can breathe down there. Straight up. And I'm telling you, when a narcissistic ego gets like straight up just crack, bro, like they absolute hate when their ego just straight up cracks or their ego fractures. This is why pretty much they would just shift it on someone else because they cannot take accountability for their actions. is another one. Words that they say. This one is pride. So let's say you just like pretty much like let's say like you're talking to someone. You're the humble person. This is humble right here. And you try to say, I've been trying to do good in life. Like, I've been trying to do good in life. And they replied to, you would never be as good as me, which is boastful, prideful. Tell you, like, they just saying that you would never be like them because their hearts are hardened and they really have the lack of humility. And you're the humble person. And you say, may I have some food, please? Or just politely ask, may I have some money? Just anything to try to also help yourself. And they may reply to you is, nobody wants you. Go somewhere else. And pretty much, it's pretty much just saying like, it's like saying, get out of here. Like you go somewhere else and struggle. It's like pretty much, instead of like actually saying like if you're a humble person and you don't have anything, instead of just saying, oh, well, I don't have no food, or you can say, sorry, like I can't give the food to anyone, and feeling sorry for them, instead of like saying nobody wants you here, go somewhere else, or saying get out of here, you will ruin my day. Tell you that type of stuff, bro. Like it also exposes their pride and just looking down on others. And let's say you also the humble person. I accept what I have, even though I don't look all that. Like kind of like let's say you like the person that does not have any like suits in like a business. Like you don't have money, you don't have anything, and all you can do is accept for what you have. I tell you, acceptance is one of the things humble person do. And here's what the prideful person will do. We only accept good and strong people. We don't accept weak. Think about it. Pretty much, let's say like pretty much you're the one who like has like the low clothing, and the prideful person has like suits, dresses, and they just say, "Yo, we don't accept people in that type of clothes. Get out of here." And pretty much they showing pretty much just straight up that bit of pride. And they say they only accept this, but they don't accept anyone outside this. It's like saying, if you don't have this, then you're not accepting, which is discrimination. You are literally like straight up. These people who let you say they don't accept any like weak or bad looking, it's straight up discrimination. It's like saying, like, let's say, like, pretty much, the person has pride and the person would probably has a lot of good looking women, just like straight up, just fine looking women, and some other women pretty much want to also join. Sometimes, like I'm telling you, like pretty much this person with price will like let you say, I don't accept ugly women. I only accept pretty women. If you want to like join my like club or anything, you gonna have to look pretty, which is discrimination and showing that bit of pride, which is bad. Tell you, discrimination is bad. People may not see it, but I'm telling you, it's bad. And it's the other ones. We have a wealthy man right here, like just a rich man, like with like $100 million. And right here, we have a homeless man. Right here, homeless man, and get a man with humbleness. The man with humbleness. Here's one of some of his words that he say, but always speak good words or wish hope on people. I hope this guy gets help even though I don't have anything. See, like pretty much, he's not talking down. He hopes. He said, I hope this guy gets help, even though he don't have anything. Or I feel sympathy for him. Maybe should help him. But I meant to say maybe should I help him. Like pretty much. Maybe like pretty much you should give him a hand or do anything to help him. And here's another one. With my heart, wanna offer him something to help him. Straight up with your own heart of humbleness. You wanna offer him to help him out. Even a little goodness helps. It doesn't have to be big. Small kindness helps. Here's another one. I should call someone just to help him out. Like, if he's badly injured or anything, you can call the fire department, you can call the ambulance, you can even call the police. Or you can call a friend that you know to try to like help get him stuff. Do anything. Or you can say, God, help this man. I feel bad for for his situation. Like you can like ask God to try to help him and pretty much let him do the work. If you can't help him, God will. And here's here's the arrogant man. Man with pride. This arrogant, prideful man right here with $100 million. Look, poor man can't do as good as in life as me. Remember, he got $100 million, and he's looking down on the poor homeless man who just doesn't have anything, and he just like looking down on him. That is just flexing and boasting in your arrogance. And laugh. What I mean is like laughing, like just mockery. Like, like just laughing at him. So, laugh. Why you like? him right here. You've been struggling. Like, imagine like pretty much a arrogant person just say, you've been struggling too much. Like, go get something here and stop lying right here. Like, nobody's gonna help you. That is pride. And pretty much he's saying like nobody's gonna help him. Or you just be struggling because he's laying right here. Just straight up looking down. That is a hardened heart. And here's another one. I don't struggle. Why you do? He's saying because he has $100 million, or he has like a good lifestyle. He's saying he don't struggle. Why you do? So, with some people, it may seem like pretty much like humble stuff, but I'm telling you, it's not. It say I don't struggle. So he's saying like because he has a lot, he doesn't struggle. And he's saying why you do. Like he's saying why you're not in that situation that he's in. Which is straight up looking down on that person. And here's another one. Let's say he offer him like money. Here's $100. You wouldn't have this if it wasn't for me. Instead of offering kindness, like straight up just genuine kindness, it's like he just like offer $100 and like say you wouldn't have this if it wasn't for me. It's like saying you like wouldn't like have this $100 if it wasn't me. I done everything for you. I done a lot for you. You wouldn't be struggling if it wasn't for me. Which is straight up pointing towards oneself actually instead of the person. And here's another one. Laugh, 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 laugh. Just straight up laughter at them. Just mockery. Which is straight up arrogance. That is arrogance. Just going around to homeless people and laughing at their struggles and you still feel good about it. That is just a heart that just straight up just love looking down on other people's downfalls. That is not good. That is a hardened heart. If you was this homeless man, you have some arrogant people just looking down on you, bro. I'm sure like you would feel disappointment or like why is these people laughing at me? And now think about it. If you was in this man's shoes without looking at the homeless guy, all you thinking is about oneself and just laughing at him, his downside. But that is bad, bro. And then I put throw stuff. It's like pretty much you're just throwing stuff at him, just being rude. And then the person says, you should be ashamed that you are in the street. Like you should be feeling bad because you're in the street. Like he's also like telling you like you're in the street, like you should be like just in like some type of house, not in the street, which is another form of pride. telling you, open your eyes. I'm telling you, don't be this. Open your eyes. Pride comes before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. When pride comes disgrace. But when humility comes wisdom. Tell you, pride is what led to Lucifer's got casted out of heaven. Tell you, the same sin that got Lucifer cast out of heaven is the same sin a lot of us struggle with. So, the one we always want to keep in our hearts and always be humble, humility. Even pride can give you dissatisfaction. It's like you can like pretty much like let's say like have like let's say like $100,000 like that on rich man over there, and still you can still have a sense of dissatisfaction. Even like pretty much the greed sin can straight up makes you look at stuff differently. Like, let's say that pretty much you're a person walking on the street and you see a person struggling. I'm talking about like they are like at the cliff. Let's say they're like hanging off the cliff, and right beside them is like straight up $100,000 like dollars. And this is also what greed does. It can also grow your pride. Instead of like pulling the man all like from the cliff so that way you can save his life, the first thing in your heart is just that money and just immediately walk away. But he's begging for help. Begging. I'm telling you, he's begging for his life. But imagine like that person with greed just straight up just grab that $100 million and walk away. And then pretty much later on he dies. And it also exposes that vibe or pride, saying, I only care about myself. I don't care about others. I'm telling you, bro. That stuff is bad. And here's another thing that also pride can do. It can also happen to these, I'm telling you, these women. Think about like those women that are just beautiful, just beautiful. Like once you look at them, you're just like you just wanna like just hug them, all that. But I'm telling you, those type of women who literally just use their beauty to manipulate others, it's also a form of pride. They want everything to themselves instead of both sides. Like, for example, like, let's say like pretty much, like, let's say like pretty much like we have a beautiful woman, like for example, those foolish men will say, "Yo, why? Like, why are you hitting this woman? Like, this woman is just so beautiful." And let's say the woman just straight up just hit you at first, like, and you just said, "She hit me." Like, I have the right to be mad. And they just reply, "Why are you like getting mad at this beautiful woman?" And the woman replied, "Exactly. You ignorance, you fool. You should be happy that I did not hit you." And then she just started manipulating. She said, like, she just like straight up lied. She said she did not manipulate. Like, I mean, she did not hit you. That's what I meant to say. But yeah, she did not hit you. She lied. And she's also using her beauty to like pretty much also just straight up, bro. To also make men grow sympathy and closer to her. Telling you, you're the wisest man. You know that she done wrong. And here's another thing. The reason why the man who is the fool, like, just said, "Why do you hit that? Like, why do you do this or do angry at this pretty woman?" Because that foolish man, he's a fool because he values beauty over character. Remember, character is more valuable than looks. You can be the prettiest woman in the world, but if you are like pretty much a woman that just straight up, just self entitled, then straight up, it makes your beauty bad. And sometimes these self entitled women who are beautiful will say, "You will never find someone as pretty as me." She just think her own beauty is the reason. The wise person will say, "Go on somewhere, bro. I don't want you no more." But the foolish will like pretty much emotionally say, "Please don't go. I love you. You look beautiful." Which is love bombing and pretty much trying to calm down like that entitlement and her anger towards you. And she would just immediately just smile and say, "Okay." I tell you, that smile, pretty much, that is another thing that I'm telling you these people struggle with. Some women just smile just to say, "Oh, it's all good," because like pretty much you literally bow down to them and like worship them, praise them. They feel like that happiness. That is not no. I'm telling you, that is not no genuine smile. That is pride. Telling you, be humble, have humility. I'm telling you, grow more awareness. Pray to God to humble your heart for you. And watch out for self entitled people because I'm telling you, These people will literally just look down on you. These people are clearly blinded by pride. Some people would say, "Oh, I'm smarter than you. You will never be as smart as me," which is pride also. If they had to say pretty much that you will never be as good, or they say that they are better, you are weak, or just straight up mocking you, just looking down on you, that's pride. I'm telling you, it exposes insecurity. I'm telling you, just because someone's prideful, that doesn't mean that they are stronger. I'm telling you, look at gangs. They say, "Oh, you should mess with us. Like, we are dangerous." Alright, why are they acting like that? That is character, and that is pride. Some people will be like, "I was raised in the hood." Alright, you were raised in the hood, but here's another thing. You don't have to kill. You don't have to just go up to people just boast in their face. You can be a gang member that is soft-hearted, kind to others. Tell you, character matters more than trying to perform. But literally, some of these people, well, just straight up, bro, just trying to just make themselves look like they're just the stuff. Like, another thing is, look at pretty much how other people, for example, like Nicki Minaj. She's narcissistic, self-entitled. She, if you ever look in Kylie's notes, she says, "I can do wherever I want." Which is that narcissistic behavior, saying you can do wherever. Like, if Nicki Minaj slap Kai Cenat and then pretty much say, "I can do whatever I want. Don't mess with me." That's self-entitlement. And here's another one. Another self-entitled is Cardi B. I tell you, the downside by narcissistic people is they are straight up not generally happy. I tell you, don't look at the outside. Interact with them and feel their energy. I tell you, not every smile is a good smile. I tell you, not every smile is genuine. They can fake it. Let's say that you are a person who is sad on the inside, and you just smile to try not to hurt people. You are going against your own emotions. And you also faking it too. But the reason why you just smiled so that way you don't hurt others, a person who feels that energy would say you are not fine. There is something wrong with you. But sometimes these self-entitled parents would say, "Smile, stop crying. If you do not smile, then you finna get another butt whooping." And then the child tries to just force his crying down and pretty much just smile, you will see that sounds fake. Telling you also one thing about self-entitled parents is they will also throw their kids or anyone out of the house. Tell you, pride is bad. Pride is dangerous. Do not be prideful. Do not look down on others. Have that heart of humility, humbleness, and wish hope for everybody else, and do not look down on others. Just remember, you are completely exposed. There is one being named God who is always watching and he sees everything. You cannot hide from God. You can hide at the deepest hole, God still sees you. You can hide in a volcano deep underground, God still sees you. You can try to hide under a blanket of people. This is God's words. I still see you. You can't hide from me. But as always, encourage people, grow more good hearts. Do not harden your heart. Encourage you. Also, read the Bible. Grow closer to God. God will keep your heart humble. And I tell you, study the Bible, read, believe in the words of God. Do not just listen to the word. Be doers also. But as always, I hope everybody has a wonderful day. As always, be careful around pride. Do not be prideful. Stay humble. Keep your heart caring. Keep your heart glowing. As always, love y'all. Peace out.